protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Williams to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jones. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd down. Jones will air this one toward Coleman. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run him now out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Geis with the carry on second down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
And Jay Gruden says, let's go for this thing. They're going to try it here on 4th. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jones to throw on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are in for 6. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go now.
Geis receives the pitch. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
The pitch goes to Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try and run for it with Barkley. Wiggles free. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Now let's go.
He's going to get it running right. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. They'll check it down to Geis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And now a fumble. The ball's out. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Third down, here's Geis. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go. 3-19.
Now Jones on third down. Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on third down unsuccessful.
In there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Man, great.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Come on. We
Picked
got the
by
blockers.
Kevon Seymour.
We got the
Just
blockers.
past him at the
We got the
45.
blockers. Keep going. We got the blockers.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Huh?
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit
You was watching
further.
that?
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And spins away.
Oh, I tried to
And a
hit
good
stick
return
that
as he'll be
shit out
stopped
of
just
this
shy
nigga.
of the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Pushing his way inside the 40. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On the handoff, it's Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. A good pick up there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Give me that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Jones now throwing again.
Damn, that was my fault. He came right up on it.
Picked off at the 25.
That was my fault right there. Right up on that shit.
Touchdown, Washington. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out come the Giants.
All right, here we go.
Here's Jones throwing after the interception. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Please.
Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Now, Jack Patrick.
The toss out to Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Jones going to throw again. Dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the
That's
end
how
zone.
you catch it, baby.
And not only did he drop
he dropped it
in the end zone.
Oh,
The
man.
storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone.
That was
don't they?
money.
And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Fucked up, yeah.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. Jones.
That's how you catch that bitch.
Touchdown, Giants. Corey
Nah,
Coleman,
I'm playing this dude named Dre, though.
touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. They were still
His name
throwing
is
with a
Dre,
comfortable
though.
lead here late, and
Huh?
now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the
What'd you
other
say?
thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning?
This dude named Joey Lee.
Points in case there's a tie.
It's called the Cmfl.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jones now on 1st down. Flushed out right.
Oh, that was pretty.
For a giant touchdown. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Rosas good with the extra point. That game's now gone final in the Meadowlands. And the Bills have wound up winning that one. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Damn, this bitch almost ran this shit back.
Inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Oh, he caught that bitch.
We're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in
I'm mad as hell he scored.
Still down big.
He wasn't supposed to score shit.
For their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Oh, I thought he was out of there.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on first down. Jones. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play,
I know
we'll
just
get
what I played it, duh.
Timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Throw that 3
Gotta
deep.
imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Leopard!
Back to throw. Jones forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Now let's go!
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no copping, I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the snow. Big inside this case is one. Do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no copping, I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I'll be for my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's on the data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no copping, I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. But promise I don't give a about them. Let them out anywhere till a million need out. Yep, like in the can't go enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember out of Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text. So I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit, they hate that. 50 million a year, die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no heat haul. Like a Black Panther weak to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown getting down with a homie and a half a blame me by Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. Start rolling the 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go, see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk, they roll by the car lot, went bought it. Call case after case and a phone. They will watch you give a that. I live that they rapping back, carrying them back what they capping back. Ain't roll mom, but we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them, better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by here. Out here. Run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation. 28 sweeps. Blue 14. Watch left.
We to the man, Atlanta hat cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing up stunt till you up that jewelry and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah. For the love of the bankroll, keep it been to Don't nobody care about it, don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie, I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top till I move over, modern day Tupac in a new Hova. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge it, steady duck and clown. We chasing meals so we can put that down. Top, but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real, what veteran. What academy. Still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea. Get left out there, tell them so what? I kept trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you ask stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Where I came from, the bottom flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big with the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads. Money over on my head, stop. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my head, stop. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my head, stop. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the head, stop. Too late, you already here. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big. Geniuses, yeah, presidents. Drop a gem on there. I'm on earth. These the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night till. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still filming, kiss to death, and protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my head, stop. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my head, stop. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my head, stop. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the head, stop. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my, strictly for my.
Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like the warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. This is I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin. I feel like Joey Tanner. Big Linda, Chris Jenner. I promote the family. Hard dash and see the benzo. She like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. Dog black, Rhythm Nation, Janet. Boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, was underground. Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova, action movie, yay. Listen, babe, it's so good you'll think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't beg, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lame down. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.